Thank you, Bruce. And thanks to you all for attending this dedication. It is both humbling and an honor to attend this dedication, not only as we bear witness to the enormous generosity of Bruce and Jerry Holecek, but also to recognize and celebrate the life of someone who has shaped so much of who I am today. Today is special not only for those of you involved in this wonderful project, but also for those of us in attendance who are lucky enough to know Justin and call him a friend. We all have individuals whose fingerprints are on everything that we do. In reflecting on Justin's life, I realized that so much of what I am today is due, at least in part, to the lasting impressions he made on my life. As Bruce mentioned, Justin and I met here at St. John Neumann as freshmen and remained very close throughout our time here. Our time at Neumann was marked not only with academic achievement, but also an enormous amount of laughter, joy, and fun. I'm certain that the faculty at that time may describe our time here a little bit differently, but no one can argue with the fact that we made life interesting and entertaining for all involved. Acknowledging that we have a few students in attendance here today, I will purposely leave out any specific details. However, I'd be more than happy to share some stories with you after the dedication. Believe me, there are a few good ones. Following our 4 years here at Neumann, Justin and I went on to the University of Florida, where we were roommates and fraternity brothers. Some would say, and I cannot necessarily disagree, that Justin and I were best friends. That term is used so often these days that I question its relevance and wonder whether anyone can appreciate the magnitude of those two words when you put them together. Best friends. In today's world where people have hundreds of friends on Facebook and followers on Twitter, I think we sometimes lose touch with what a true friend is, much less a best friend. There's a quote that I heard several years back that really summed it up for me. Friendship isn't about whom you've known the longest. It's about who came and never left your side. We have people come in and out of our lives, but it's the ones that stick by us through thick and thin, the ones that shape our lives and inspire us to be better. Those are our friends, true friends. Justin Holecek was a true friend. Some of the most memorable moments of my life were spent with Justin. We grew up together, and I mean that both literally and figuratively. From enduring the struggles of high school to the transition that is college life, Justin and I did it together. Did he have flaws? You betcha he did. We all do. Behind those flaws, however, was one of the most compassionate and selfless individuals that I have ever known. Those that knew Justin, that truly knew him, realized that friendship and loyalty guided everything that he did. All that he knew was to follow those principles, no matter what the outcome was. I credit and I thank Bruce and Jerry Holecek for instilling those principles in him. I believe that the true measure of someone's character and the content of their life is the effect that they have on those they leave behind. Those of us left behind move on. We continue to live life, but we do not forget. Justin Holecek lives on not only in the memories he bestowed upon those who knew him, but also in the extraordinary endeavors of his wonderful parents. Now, as I mentioned, in addition to this being the formal dedication of this wonderful facility, I look at today as a celebration and remembrance of a life that was taken from us far too early. This dedication is just one spark in the flame of pride that burns within all of us that knew Justin, as we see his lasting memory live on. Now, to you faculty, students, and staff in attendance, what can you take out of this? You will have the privilege of educating and receiving an education in this beautiful building. But I want your experience to go deeper than that. I want you to see this building as more than just brick and mortar, because it is more than that. I want you to see this building as a representation not only of the fragility of life, but the fortitude and immortality of friendship, of love. This building bears the namesake of not only a dear friend of mine, a fellow Celtic, a patriotic American, but most importantly, someone who, despite his flaws, stood for the one thing that is so often lacking in today's polarized and increasingly dangerous world: honor. So I ask you to think about it this way, and I'm sure some of you have heard this before. When you die, there will be a tombstone. It's going to have your name, it's going to have the year that you were born, and it's going to have the day that you died. In between, there will be a dash. That dash will represent everything that you did in your life, good and bad. It's how you're remembered. What do you want your dash to represent? That dash is what you make of it. I challenge you to never lose sight of the mark you wish to make on this world, the impression you want to make on those you leave behind. As Christian, we acknowledge our own limitations, but take responsibility and ownership of our destiny. Take ownership of your destiny. Show love and respect for everyone, but most importantly, those few individuals who you know deep inside will never leave you, even after they've passed. Those are your true friends, and when you look back on your life, you will see that their fingerprints are in everything that you became. Finally, never miss an opportunity to tell your friends how much you appreciate and love them. I never had a chance to say goodbye to Justin. In fact, this is the first time I've spoken publicly about him since he passed. Although he lives on in so many ways, as we see firsthand here today, not a day goes by that I don't wish that I had a chance to say the things that will now go forever unsaid. I would have told him first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for the laughs, the fun, the triumphs and the tribulations, but most importantly, thank you for simply being a friend, a true friend, and dare I say, a best friend. I thank you all for the privilege and honor of speaking before you today. May God bless you all. May God bless and continue to comfort Bruce and Terry Holecek. And may the laughs and joy that Justin Holecek brought to this world always fill our hearts in the halls of St. John Newman High School. Thank you very much.